The Galactic Armada's flagship hums with energy as the crew celebrates their hard-won victory. Lights flash, and the officers toast to what they believe is the end of humanity's resistance. The fleet commanders, wearing triumphant expressions, raise their glasses, convinced they have crushed Earth's last defenses. Reports stream in from across the battlefield, detailing the shattered remnants of Earth's fleet, and the mood in the command center is jubilant. Around them, the atmosphere is thick with the sense of conquest. Orders are barked through the comms, and the Armada's forces begin to spread throughout Earth's orbital space, preparing for full-scale occupation. Squadrons of fighters and drones swarm towards the surface, scanning for any remaining pockets of resistance. Engineers and tacticians discuss plans to dismantle Earth's remaining defenses, piece by piece. They map out zones for planetary control, their confidence swelling with each passing moment. This, they believe, is the dawn of a new era, one where the Galactic Armada reigns supreme. But their confidence hinges on a singular event: the capture of what they assume is Earth's final flagship. The intelligence officers can't help but gloat as they examine their prize, secured in the central hold of their command ship. To them, it represents the last gasp of a defeated enemy, a final trophy in a long and brutal war. The ship is quickly taken apart for analysis, with the Armada's experts eager to uncover Earth's technology. What secrets did the humans hide within this vessel? How did they fight so fiercely with such limited resources? They intend to find out. Deep within the captured ship, unseen by any of the Armada's surveillance systems, a team of human operatives moves in silence. Hidden panels slide open, revealing soldiers and technicians working swiftly, communicating through encrypted channels. Captain Marcus, a seasoned officer with a hardened expression, types furiously at a console. His calm demeanor belies the tension in his muscles. Every second is crucial. He speaks in a low, commanding voice through his earpiece, issuing orders to his team as they rig systems, override controls, and prepare for the next phase of their mission. Strange power fluctuations begin to ripple through the ship. Lights flicker, and a soft hum builds, almost undetectable to the untrained ear. Encrypted signals pulse through the vessel's communication arrays. The Armada's technicians notice, but they dismiss it as interference from a damaged engine or a faulty power grid. To them, it's just another malfunction in a defeated, broken ship. Nothing to worry about, nothing that could possibly pose a threat. But the ship's capture was too easy. The Armada's officers, engrossed in their victory, overlooked the signs, the lack of struggle when the ship was boarded, the oddly placed encryption devices found within its hull. They don't see the hidden cameras subtly repositioning themselves, tracking every movement of their engineers. They don't notice the strange sequences of numbers running across their screens, masking what they really are: distress signals sent not to call for help but to call in the real attack. The ship's communication array comes alive, sending out a coded signal. It's sharp, brief, and masked as a routine system failure alert. To the Armada's analysts, it appears like a final, desperate scream into the void. They chuckle at the futility of the act, dismissing it as the ship's dying breath. They fail to realize that the signal has already reached its destination, triggering a response from far away, hidden deep in space. The officers aboard the flagship continue their celebrations, blissfully unaware of what they have set into motion. They think they've won. They think they hold the final piece of Earth's military might. Little do they know, this captured flagship is nothing more than a Trojan horse, the beginning of their end. The tension in the command bunker is palpable. Earth's military leaders are gathered around a large, holographic display, their expressions a mix of grim determination and steely resolve. The room is dimly lit, a stark contrast to the vivid screens showing various tactical maps and real-time feeds from their covert operations. The Trojan Horse mission is at the center of every conversation, its progress marked by a small blinking icon on the main display. A sense of urgency permeates the air. They know time is running short. A senior commander steps forward, his voice steady but intense, reviewing the latest intelligence reports. The Trojan Horse has been captured by the Galactic Armada as expected. A murmur of approval passes through the room. The first phase of their plan is proceeding exactly as anticipated. They all know this is just the beginning. but the subtle nods and murmured agreements indicate they are ready for what comes next. Deep in the outer reaches of the solar system, the hidden fleet of dreadnoughts lies in wait. The ships are colossal, lurking in the dark expanses of space, their surfaces covered in reflective materials that render them almost invisible to any prying eyes. They are powered down, silent, like sleeping giants waiting for the right moment to awaken. Their forms are a mix of cutting-edge design and raw power, each vessel bristling with weaponry that defies conventional physics. Inside one of these massive ships, the crew is on high alert, moving with purpose but in hushed tones. Engineers work on final checks, technicians run diagnostics on the experimental AI combat systems, and the captains confer with their teams. Every action is precise, calculated, and methodical. The weight of their mission hangs heavily in the air, but so does the unwavering resolve of humanity. They know that every second counts. The dreadnoughts are unlike anything the galaxy has ever seen. Equipped with advanced cloaking technology, they can vanish from sensors and visual detection with ease. Their weapon systems are designed to manipulate space-time, creating localized gravity wells and distortions that can tear apart enemy ships from within. The AI combat systems are programmed not just for efficiency but for adaptability, learning from every encounter in real time to counter any strategy the enemy might deploy. They are war machines of unmatched power, built with one singular purpose: to ensure humanity's survival. As the final checks are completed, the crews take their positions. The tension is palpable, but beneath it is a current of quiet confidence. These are men and women who have been tested before, who have seen defeat but have never surrendered. Their faces show no fear, only determination. Engineers and strategists exchange quick glances, knowing that everything they've worked for hinges on the next few moments. The words exchanged are brief, but the meaning is clear: they are ready. Suddenly, a signal crackles through the communication channels. The coded transmission from the captured flagship, the confirmation they've been waiting for. The Trojan horse has served its purpose. The fleet's commanders spring into action, issuing orders swiftly and with authority. The message spreads through the ships like a wave: it's time. Engines hum to life with a deep, resonating thrum that reverberates through the metal hulls. The power systems come online, lights flicker and glow steadily, and the weapon arrays activate with a low, ominous whine. The atmosphere shifts, from tense anticipation to focused readiness. Every crew member knows their role, their task, their place in the coming battle. Commands are given, movements are precise. A sense of unity and purpose flows through the fleet as the countdown to launch begins. Each second is marked, every breath held. The fleet edges closer to the brink of action, the calm before the storm, waiting for the final signal to warp directly behind the enemy lines. And then, the silence breaks. The order is given. The engines flare, the warp drives engage, and in a burst of silent light, Earth's dreadnoughts vanish from their hidden location, headed toward their target with deadly precision. The counteroffensive has begun, and with it, the tide of war is about to change. Without warning, Earth's hidden dreadnoughts materialize behind the unsuspecting armada. The experimental jump technology had worked flawlessly, allowing them to bypass all enemy detection systems. The vast blackness of space suddenly fills with the towering silhouettes of Earth's warships, a phalanx of steel and light. Before the armada can comprehend what is happening, the first wave of the counteroffensive begins. The dreadnoughts strike with ruthless efficiency. An overwhelming volley of weapons fire erupts from their decks, streaking across the void with blinding speed. Advanced kinetic projectiles, energy beams, and gravity-based disruptors launch in perfect unison. The effect is devastating. The Armada's forward command ships, unprepared and poorly positioned, are the first to be hit. The space around them bends and distorts as experimental weaponry manipulates space-time itself. Ships shudder violently, hulls creaking under unseen pressures, before they are ripped apart from within, as if torn by invisible hands. Chaos ensues. Inside the Armada's vessels, alarms scream and red lights flash. Crew members scramble to their stations, trying to make sense of the impossible, an attack from behind, from the direction they believed secure. The central command ship is rocked by multiple explosions. Frantic shouts fill the air as officers and technicians struggle to regain control. A sense of disbelief permeates every corner of the Armada. This was not supposed to happen. The Admiral, a hardened veteran of countless campaigns, stares at the tactical display with wide eyes. An attack from the rear? Impossible, he thinks. But reality is undeniable, and he barks orders to regroup, his voice strained but resolute. Confusion reigns as the fleet attempts to reform its broken lines, yet every move they make is countered with precision. Admiral Helena, aboard her command ship in Earth's hidden fleet, watches with an unyielding focus. Her eyes flicker between the tactical displays and the unfolding chaos outside. Every move of the Armada is analyzed, every tactic predicted. She sees the weak points in their formation, the gaps widening with each failed attempt to regroup. Calmly, she issues a series of rapid commands. Her strategy is clear: exploit the confusion, drive deeper into their lines, cut off their communications, and dismantle them piece by piece. The Dreadnoughts move like a synchronized machine, executing her orders with cold precision. Another wave of firepower is unleashed. Key communication relays are targeted and obliterated in quick succession, severing the Armada's lines of command. The ships of the Galactic Armada, once an imposing and organized force, now drift aimlessly, their formation shattered. The sheer power and unpredictability of Earth's weapons, capable of bending spacetime, creating gravity wells that pulls ships into their own destruction, leave the enemy bewildered and terrified. Inside the Armada's ships, panic spreads. Officers argue over conflicting orders, and the crew fights to maintain control of systems rapidly failing under the onslaught. The fear in their eyes grows as they realize they are facing a threat they did not anticipate, a threat they did not believe possible. Whispers of doubt turn into shouts of fear as they recognize that Earth, far from being defeated, has them exactly where they want them. Admiral Helena watches their disarray with a hint of satisfaction. Her plan is working perfectly. She knows that victory is not yet assured. The Armada, even in disarray, is a formidable foe. But she also knows that they have lost the element of surprise. Helena calculates her next moves, predicting the enemy's reactions almost as if she were reading their minds. She shifts her fleet's formation with practiced ease, preparing for the inevitable counterattack while continuing to press the advantage. The Armada begins to regroup, their lines reforming, but the cohesion is gone. The once fearsome fleet now moves with hesitation, their confidence shattered. Some of their captains push forward too aggressively, others pull back, unsure of their next steps. The Admiral's commands struggle to cut through the chaos, his authority weakened by the unexpected blow. Earth's forces do not let up. Helena knows they cannot afford to. The Dreadnoughts push deeper, hammering at the Armada's flanks, picking apart their defenses one by one. The human fleet moves like a scalpel, cutting with precision, taking advantage of every mistake the Armada makes. The Armada fights back, stubbornly refusing to break, but every move they make seems only to tighten the noose around them. Helena continues to issue orders, her mind sharp and focused, anticipating every turn in the battle. The Armada's once mighty force is slowly, methodically, being taken apart. The galactic commanders know they are losing, and they feel the cold grip of fear tighten. Yet, despite the overwhelming onslaught, the battle is not over. The Armada begins to regroup more effectively, pockets of resistance forming among their ranks. Earth's forces have the advantage, but the Armada is not defeated yet. The tide could still turn. Helena knows this all too well. She knows that a single mistake, a single miscalculation, could shift the battle back in the enemy's favor. The counteroffensive is underway, but the real test is still to come. The Armada's flagship, battered and smoking, hurtles forward with grim determination. Its engines burn at maximum thrust, closing the distance toward Earth's command ship. Inside the human vessel, tension is palpable. Officers call out positions and relay commands, every system trained on the incoming threat. Shields are reinforced, weapon systems primed, and the crew braces for the collision that seems inevitable. But in the chaos, a signal is transmitted, clear, deliberate, and unmistakable. Captain Marcus, still embedded within the captured flagship, taps into a hidden control panel. With calm precision, he activates a sequence that has been prepared since the moment Earth's leaders conceived this plan. Deep within the bowels of the captured vessel, a hidden self-destruct mechanism hums to life, its countdown accelerating towards zero. The Armada's central command ship, oblivious to the danger, remains fixed on its course. Suddenly, a massive explosion erupts from within the captured flagship. The detonation is catastrophic, sending shockwaves across the battlefield. The Armada's flagship, caught at the epicenter, shudders violently as its hull is ripped open, its structural integrity shattered in an instant. Flames burst from every seam, debris hurtling in all directions. Systems fail one by one, lights flicker and die, and the ship is left adrift, vulnerable and exposed. Earth's dreadnoughts waste no time. Seizing the opportunity, they converge on the crippled enemy vessel with unyielding precision. Coordinated strikes target its remaining engines, weapons systems, and command centers. The Armada's flagship, once a symbol of their dominance, crumbles under the relentless assault. Within minutes, it is reduced to a smoldering wreck, its threat finally extinguished. The remaining forces of the Armada, witnessing the destruction of their command ship, falter. Panic spreads through their ranks. Some ships attempt to flee, engines flaring as they break formation, while others, realizing the futility of resistance, power down their weapons and signal surrender. The once mighty Galactic Armada, which had sought to crush humanity under its boot, is now in full retreat or capitulation. As the battle ends, the silence of space fills the void left by the explosions. Earth's leaders gather once more, their faces etched with a mixture of relief and contemplation. They know that this victory, while significant, is but a single chapter in a much larger struggle. The galaxy has seen what humanity is capable of, has witnessed the ingenuity, the resilience, the willingness to fight against overwhelming odds. This victory buys them time, but it also paints a target on their backs. They begin to prepare for what comes next, knowing that other enemies will emerge, and new challenges will arise. But in this moment, they stand united, strengthened by their resolve, aware that they have shown the galaxy what it means to face humanity. In the vastness of space, under the cold light of distant stars, Earth's fleet stands as a testament to the unbreakable spirit of its people. Against all odds, they have survived, and they have prevailed. And as long as there are threats to their home, they will be ready. For humanity is a force that cannot be underestimated, a force that adapts, endures, and fights back, always finding a way to survive, and to win.